Welcome back to the Lima Locos Postgame Show, brought to you by Hot Take Sports. Today, the Locos dropped a tough one to the Jetbox Baseball Club by a final score of 6-3. Their final line was 3 runs on 7 hits with 2 errors, and they stranded 8 runners.
Tonight, we only had 2 scoring plays, as in the bottom of the 7th, Jake Killingsworth drove in Drew Vogel and Daryl Buggs on a 2-run single. And in the bottom of the 8th, left fielder Miller Lattisow hit his second home run of the season. And those were the only 3 runs scored by the Locos. As Matt mentioned previously, tough loss.
Yep. But in such a tough, defensively studded game, there was one standout for the Locos.
Our Hot Take Sports player of the game for this evening, it was Drew Vogel. He went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, a single, and a run scored. He put up just under half of the Locos' hits overall, and he's had a very good night offensively.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate not to see that be able to carry to the rest of the team. Like we said, he had almost half the team's hits. But Jetbox's starter was probably the best pitcher we have seen all season.
And probably will be.
6 innings of scoreless baseball, 4 hits, struck out 7 guys. He was a 3 or 4 on his college staff, and they won their conference.
Yep. Just an overall good pitcher, really well located fastball, and then could just pull the string on his breaking ball.
Touched 90 as well.
Yes, was throwing 90 through the first few innings. Just an overall good pitcher, and their team was just solid hitting the ball. Unfortunately, the Lima Locos beer batter of the night, I guess, is probably considered our meme of the game, because we label our beer batter as whoever is supposed to be the guy who strikes out, and all the fans get $1 off beer for the rest of the inning. And he happened to be the one who hit the 3-run homer that essentially put the game out of reach for the Lima Locos, and he also went on to drive in another run later.
Yes. Yeah. He was 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs, a home run and a double were his 2 hits. Unfortunately, the number 9 hitter tonight ended up absolutely raking.
He will be definitely moving up in their batting rotation.
I would say so. The problem is, though, for us especially, the home run and the double were his first 2 hits of the season. He went hitless through the first 5 games.
Yep. He definitely will not be the beer batter next time he comes to town. That is for sure.
Yeah, I'd say that's a safe guess.
Yeah. But overall tonight, a solid performance from your Lima Locos. And here is Coach Matt Furuto giving us his takes on the game tonight. I'm Matthew White of the Hot Take Sports Podcast, here with the head coach of the Lima Locos, Matt Furuto. Coach, tough loss tonight against a good Jetbox team. Thoughts right after the game?
Yeah, they're a good team, and I'm looking forward to playing them again. They just executed a little bit better than us tonight. We didn't catch any breaks, and they did a good job. Their starter did a really good job of shutting us down when we got guys on, and then they had a couple big hits that really put them ahead. And then we made a push late, and they just made some plays that held us up.
Right off the bat, any strategic moves for next time you play Jetbox?
We just got to get off to a better start. We had some opportunities early. We got guys on. We just didn't get them in. And our pitching staff did a good job tonight of holding us in there and keeping us in. And then we had some opportunities late. We made a push, but they did a good job holding us. So we just got to execute and get the runners in when we can.
Yeah, definitely the last couple of days of pitching have been better. What was the mindset on the Trace Blue pull? Was there any plan going into the night for him?
No, he's just kind of limited right now. He's had some arm troubles, and so we just want to make sure we limit him and build him back up correctly, and so we just wanted to take care of him.
All right. And so what are your plans for the off day tomorrow?
To be determined, but it'll definitely be a good off day. Hopefully get some exercise and get out, and then we'll be back to it on Tuesday.
All right, get some rest, Coach. That was Coach Matt Furuto of the Lima Locos.
All right, going around the league tonight. The Jazz and the Steam, I believe, played a doubleheader today. One of the games was Steam had 7-4. The Steam won. The Leprechauns in the Mariners. The Mariners won 11-10. In the bottom of the 8th, the Joes and the Marlins are tied at 6. The Scouts and Bisons, the Bisons won 4-3. The Clippers and the Graders won 5-4. And then we have our game. The Jazz and the Steam, their second game. The Steam won 3-1. And then top of the 8th, the Sandusky Ice Haulers against the Monarchs. And that score is 7-5.
So this was the Lima Locos Postgame Show, brought to you by the Hot Take Sports Podcast. Follow us and the Lima Locos on all of our social medias. Us at Hot Take Sports 16, and the Locos at Locos Baseball on Twitter, at Lima Locos Official on Instagram, and type in Lima Locos Baseball on Facebook. Join us back at Simmons Field on June 16th, as it is Country Night, and the Locos will host the arch rival Grand Lake Mariners, as the Locos look to take back the series lead this season. We'll see you next time, and remember, we are all aboard.